On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Off the bootleg, Bruce.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Bruce. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bruce. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll look to throw again, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Bruce. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of it.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And this results in 6. Touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now this throw caught left side. The end result, 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How do you get in there and knock another one away? I think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Texans at 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he fires one incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. To throw on third down, Bruce. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with Hines, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling their gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This complete to Jones.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they said. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 of the 4. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
DeForest Buckner is a really tall defensive end / defensive tackle. How about that move right there to get upfield and make the play in the offensive backfield? Excellent leverage.
You're right. Tall, big, 6'7", nearly 300 pounds.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Finds Hines again for the completion. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Caught by Jones.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bruce.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bruce.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Oh, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that has to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To throw on second down. Bruce. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bruce. And Thomas has it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 17-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On third down, Bruce. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Operating from the gun, Bruce. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy,
let him pick up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Now it's Hines. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bruce, he finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they'll following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made. And
his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Levante David. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one finds Pierce right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back to throw again. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marvin Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded right around the 8th. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. Yeah, this is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On the handoff, Taylor. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistake.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's 2nd and 8. This complete to Jones.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now we give to Taylor.
Down inside the 10.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Barkley. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on.